Hey, boys and girls, welcome back to another edition of Mr. Irish Television. All right, so we're going to solve equations with square roots. Okay, so put the title down and this. Okay, the opposite of a square is a square root. Just like the opposite of addition is subtraction. The opposite of multiplication is division. So this symbol, what number times itself? And this, what number times itself is this number? Oh my goodness. So this, you're just taking a number and times it by itself. This is like what number times itself is this? So they're opposites. So let's see what they look like. Check this out. X squared equals 100. So what number times itself is 100? That's what it's asking you. So the opposite of square is square root. So if I want to get rid of this square, I square root both sides like that. Okay, so square and square root are opposite, so those go away. And, important information. Star it when you square root both sides, you get two answers. One positive and one negative. Boom. Okay. So what that means is it's not the square root of 10, it's plus or minus square root of, not 10, I mean 100. 100, like that. So then you find the square root of 100, and that would be 10. So x is positive 10 or negative 10. So this is the same as saying positive 10 or negative 10. So this and this is the same thing. Because 10 times 10 is 100, and negative 10 times negative 10 is also 100. So that's how we get the two answers. Whoop! Let's try another one. Here we go. 3x squared equals 12. Okay. So the first thing we do is always isolate the x. So I do kind of reverse PEMDAS. So multiplication, if you're confused, when you're undoing operations, you go from the bottom to the top. When you're undoing them, when you're actually just doing them regular, like for order of operations, you go from the top to the bottom. So in this case, multiplication and then exponents, I do multiplication first. So I get rid of that. So the opposite of multiplication is division. Boom. So 3 divided by 3 is 1. 1 times x squared is just x squared. 12 divided by 3 is 4. There we go. Okay. So opposite of squaring is, yes, square root. Square root both sides. So when you square root, you have how many answers? Yeah, 2. So square and square root are opposites, so I have plus or minus square root of 4. Okay, so square root of 4 is 2. Positive or negative 2. So that would be 2 or negative 2 are my answers. Got it. Is that real? Let's try it. Let's plug in 2. Is that right? Let's see. We do exponents first. PEMDAS before we multiply, so it's not 6, no, it's 2 squared first, exponent first right here. So it's 3 times 4, does that equal 12? Yeah, it does. 3 times 4 is 12, so it does work. And then I put negative 2 in here. It's also, negative 2 squared is also 4. Negative times a negative is a positive. We get the same thing. So 2 and negative 2. When you're always confused about, did I get this right? Just plug it in to make sure you got it right. Number 3, let's see what we got. Okay, 3-stepper actually. Whoop! All right, so I'm going to get rid of this 1 first. Opposite of subtract 1, add 1, yeah. So I got x squared divided by 2, because this is 0, so it's going to go, equals 32. All right, opposite of dividing by 2 is, yeah, multiply by 2. 2 divided by 2 is 1. So 1 times x squared is just x squared. 32 times 2. I don't know what that is. I'm going to do it over here. What's 32 times 2? Double 32. 2 times 2, 4. 2 times 3, 6, 64. Cool. Next step. Get rid of the square. So what I do to both sides with the opposite of square? Square root. Oh, when I square root, how many answers do I have? 2, a positive and a negative version. Got it. Okay. Square root of 64, what number times itself is 64? That would be, 8. So answer is 8 or negative 8. Both answers, when I plug in here, should get me 31. Excellent. Great job. Keep doing some good work.